Welcome to week 36, day number 3 of this training that we have been doing for a year. This is all about how to generate retirement income from rental properties, from real estate, and pretty much a step-by-step guide. And we have been doing this for 36 weeks. This is week 36, day 3. And we are showing pretty much how to do it. But the main goal, the reason why, the catch is that we do deals together so that, we can advance together. I can build my retirement income and you can build yours. We have deals that we're actively doing in real estate. We have real estate opportunities that you can participate in, or vice versa. If you have real estate opportunities for us, we'd be more than happy to do them with you, whether you need help structuring them or you need help with maybe financing, put our money to work on your deals, or you can do the same, put your money to work on our deals, right? So the key here is to do it together. There's no reason in this new phase of the internet. Before, the internet was all about information. But now I believe the internet is going into communities. I know there's a lot of AI, like artificial intelligence, and people are saying that that's going to take over and whatnot. But what that will not take over is the desire for people to connect to a community of people who are passionate about the same things that they're passionate about. And that's what we have done with this community. It's just connecting. We don't want to have thousands and thousands of people in our network. What we want to do is just have the right people in our network. People that want to do deals with us, people that we want to connect with, and people that want to do the same with us and for us. And that is growing our retirement income, seeing how we can help you do that, and vice versa. So don't forget to give me a like and a subscribe. Contact me below so that we can reach out to you about deals that we have going on. When we reply, you can have your deals sent over to us. We can take a look at them. So let's just work together on our deals. The goal here in this channel is to build our retirement income, to build our rental income, to build our passive income, our real estate income. So let's do it together. So let's go step by step from the beginning. How do we find opportunities? Well, the number one way to find an opportunity is to recognize an opportunity. That is something that you can never get too good at. Every day, what I do is I keep learning about real estate. A lot of people keep learning about, a certain niche. I want to learn about real estate. So I study, I read books. I don't listen to YouTube or podcasts as much because I find that I want to learn from people that have been through recessions and, people that have been in the marketplace for at least 40 years. Those are the people that I want to network with. Those are the people I want to learn from. And yeah, that sounds a little bit antiquated. I get it, because there's a lot of millennials, a lot of people right now that are young, doing a lot of great things in real estate, advancing really fast, etc. But we have also seen other people that seem to have skyrocketed into stardom only to fall down even faster. Okay. Such as Matt Onofrio, right? Matt Onofrio, we were hearing about him for a few months, and he had done this, and he was like a wonder boy for real estate or whatever. very young guy, etc. But he was committing fraud according to people, and he got sued and all this kind of stuff. So I don't want to learn from people like that, or people who were interviewing him in all of the podcasts. I mean, all of the major channels, bigger pockets, the biggest names in real estate, that go on bigger pockets, were interviewing him. And oh my gosh, that this is this and this is that, and he's amazing, and blah, blah, blah. He's making so much money. And if I can do it, you can do it, and blah, blah, blah. All this kind of stuff. And it turned out that he was scamming people, according to people close to him. So I don't want to learn from people like that. I want to learn, or people that were interviewing him either. I don't like learning from people that were interviewing him. So I want to learn from people who are not even well known. They don't have YouTube channels. They've been doing this business for a long time. About 6 months ago, I cold called a gentleman in California that had been a real estate investor his entire life, since he was a kid. 80 years, but he was like 90 years old. But for 80 years, he had been involved in real estate, because his father was involved in real estate. And then his grandfather before him was involved in real estate, and they were investors. So it's like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 generations of real estate investors in his family. I want to learn from people like that, because they've been through the ringer for, multiple generations, and they're real estate investors. Now, he gave me a really awesome tip. He says, if you're going to be a real estate investor, you have to have a warehouse. So go back on that video to watch that interview. I'll link it below. But he said, get a warehouse. Let me just make a note here. And he said, get a warehouse. And anytime, that's what he does, right? Anytime that somebody goes out of business, like all these builders go out of business all the time. Everybody wants to be a developer, a builder, but until they can't do it anymore, and then they get out of the business because they don't last, right? Those people don't last. That's what he told me. Okay, I'm repeating what he said. So he says, the people that last always get cheap materials from those builders and from other people in the industry that go belly up. So they just pick up the materials for literally cents on the dollar, pennies on the dollar, or less. Most of the time it's less. Most of the time it's free. They get free materials. They store them in their warehouse. And anytime they do a flip, or anytime they do a rental, they cut the cost of repairs significantly, because they already have the materials for free. That is their profit. That is their equity, right? So if they're doing a buy and hold, and they're turning into rentals, short-term rentals, or whatever, they don't have to worry about the cost of materials as much, because that's really what skyrockets most of the time. So if you can get that for free, for cheap or free, he said, that's where you're going to have the biggest difference in your career. So I took that to heart, and so what I did just recently is, I don't have a warehouse yet, but what I did is I bought a box truck, one of those old U-Haul trucks, and I'm starting to store stuff in there. And it's true, you can go to so many places. Even you can go over by, on trash day, and pick up stuff people just leave outside their driveway, on their driveway. So that's a really good strategy. You can get all kinds of stuff doing that. A lot of it is new. So you can certainly do that. Now, if you're flipping and you're doing things in velocity and stuff like that, it might not work for you, but this works for him. And so I'm starting to implement that. So the step-by-step here is pretty much learning how to do the business better, right? How do you do the business better? And my advice is asking those people who have been doing it for at least 40 years. I don't like learning from people who have not been doing it for at least 40 years. I mean, investing, right? And I want to learn from people that have been doing it for longer than I've been alive, right? So 40 years or more. So that's number one. Number two, you do use some of the things I learned actually from a lot of people who were on both sides, but I prefer learning from people who are older. So I do hire people, I do JV with other people, and we do have marketing out there deployed, inbound and outbound, right? So inbound, outbound, to reach out to consumers. So that's business to consumer, that's B2C, both inbound and outbound. Number two, business to business, both inbound and outbound. Okay, marketing inbound and outbound. And then number three is business to government, B2G, inbound and outbound. So there are 6 different big areas of marketing in what I just explained. And all of those systems are activated. And I keep activating more within those great areas that I just explained, B2B, B2C, and B2G. Each one of those has inbound campaigns and outbound campaigns. So that's how you set up your marketing. The first one is door knocking, right? So you have to set up an account, a system to do door knocking, because that's the most effective is to do face-to-face, right? Second most effective is to call people on the phone, right? And that's what we do a lot of. And so as all of these multiple campaigns come together, you'll start receiving leads, real estate leads. Then you have to go and follow up with those leads. Once you follow up with those leads, you have conversations, and then figure out during that conversation what it is that the potential seller is trying to achieve. That's what this channel is all about, is figuring out and go deep with people. The mistake that a lot of people make in real estate is that they say, well, I'm going to do wholesaling, and so I'm just going to make offers to everybody, and do a ton of those leads. And then everybody's going to get, 40 cents on the dollar offer, right? 40 cents on the dollar. Boom, 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 boom. Somebody's going to accept, right? Well, that's a one-trick pony. The trick is to sit down at the kitchen table. What I've discovered is you sit down with them. Today, I have an appointment with somebody at their kitchen table, right? And then figure out what they're trying to achieve, right? So this is what I want. These are the reasons why I want to sell. And then this is what I want to get, right? This is the reason I'm selling. This is what I don't like, and this is where I want to be. So you go from current situation to desired situation, right? So you figure out what changed they want in their life, and then you figure out if you can get it for them, right? So current situation, straight line to desired situation. So you figure out what they don't like about the house. This is a nice house. Why are you trying to sell it? What don't you like about it? And where do you want to go? And you'll see me having these conversations with people. A lot of my buddies, even my friends, tell me, you talk too much to people. Get to the bottom of the situation as quickly as possible, then move on. I don't like doing that. That's why I take my time. You're seeing me right now in this video. I'm taking my time with you. It's a live presentation, right, of what I'm doing, and explaining everything the best I can. I do the same thing with sellers. So you will see me having the same attitude with potential sellers over the phone. Then I schedule a time to talk to them, right? And then I figure out what is their current situation and what is their desired outcome, right? Desired situation. And I just go like that with every single one of them. As I listen to their current situation and their desired outcome, then I figure out how can I solve those problems in between? How can I get them from this situation to their desired outcome? And as I do that, then I start going through my tool belt and figuring out, okay, this is maybe what I could do here. I could do this over here. So that might be wholesaling, that might be flipping, that might be a novation agreement, that might be maybe an option, right? It might be a rental. It might be different types of things. And you can mix and match them to fit what you want to do. Everybody has one single contract, and those contracts, they get sent to everybody the same way without making any reference about their current situation to their desired situation, their desired outcome. Why don't they do that? I don't know. How did I learn that? From somebody who's been in the business for 40 years or more. But you don't hear that on YouTube because everybody tells you it's a numbers game, right? So I don't think it's a numbers game. Maybe sometimes some facets, some areas of real estate is, like that. And maybe you get into a rut and you start treating it as a numbers game. But for the most part, we're trying to solve people's problems. We're trying to take somebody from a current situation to their desired outcome, right? That's what we're trying to do. And if we can do that and make money in between, using real estate as a tool, and there you go. So as these leads come in, as we get on the phone with them, so the VA or the ISA or Facebook ads or Google ads or bandit signs or text messaging campaigns, as they send their leads in, right? Each campaign sends them in. Then we get the gist of what they're trying to do. Then it's time to get on the phone with them and have a more heart-to-heart conversation and figuring out what they want to do. Now, I do have one thing that I always say all the time. I want to apply for a mortgage with the seller. That is one thing. I got to figure out how to creatively purchase that property without going to a bank or without going to a hard money lender. So I have a better chance of finding more favorable terms for me from a seller than I have from a bank or a hard money lender or a private money lender. Okay. A secret lender to me is what I go for, right? They are the ones that give us the best rates on their money, because to them, their money is not a full-time job. They have other full-time employment, and the money they have aside, they just want to make a nice return on their money, and they want to keep it very safe, right? So that's what we do. And if that is you, you let us know, and then we can put your money to work. I also put my money to work with people. I've gone into that in previous videos by being a transaction lender or by being a earnest money deposit lender, right? I don't like doing hard money because it's just not the business that I'm in right now, but in the future, maybe I will. So that is pretty much the bones behind the strategy that we're trying to implement here. We don't do wholesaling here. That's not our strategy. That's something we know how to do wholesaling. So if at some point wholesaling makes sense, we will do that. We're not a channel about flipping. We're a channel about making retirement income, rental income, real estate income, passive income, right? Real estate income. That's what we want to do passively. We're not after like 30 grand by just flipping this house. Well, that's not what we want to do. I'd rather have, passive income at the rate of, say $1,000 a month, and I'm making $1,000 over 30 years than having 30 grand up front. I don't want to do that, right? So I don't want to do that. I don't want the 30 grand. You can keep the 30 grand. Just give me $1,000 a month for 30 years, right? With rent increases. So now we're going to get into it. Now that we've talked about it, I'm going to make some phone calls But give me a like and a subscribe so you can kind of see how I do it. And also you can see some of the deals that we got going on that if you want to participate in them, I'm inviting you to. So two things. I'm showing you what I do so you can do it on your own, or you don't have to do this on your own and you can participate in our deals. We can do them together, buy them together. I'm not trying to sell you something I don't want. I'm trying to have us take advantage of an opportunity together. That's my goal for these videos. I'm not like so kind-hearted that I just want to go and put up free information to everybody out there. I want something for it, and what I want is for you and I to make money together. I hope that's fair enough. So let's make some calls and let's see if we can find us some opportunities that we can do together. So this guy here is in Jacksonville. He has a duplex that needs a lot of work. Let's see if we can get a hold of him, Paul. Hey, Paul.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? This is Ben.
Okay.
I was calling you back about that duplex. I think you had spoken to my associate. He said that you were thinking about selling it instead of just fixing it.
Yeah. Who is your associate?
Gil. Gil,
Okay.
Yeah, you spoke to him yesterday, I believe. So.
Okay.
So yeah. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Have you not looked at the ad?
All I looked at was on Zillow. That's all I can see.
All right. Well, you go into Craigslist, do a search on duplex on double lot. It'll come up. It's a
Okay.
two-story.
Yeah, I'll be sure. I'll be sure to do that.
I mean, I'm not going to wait. Here's the deal. Don't waste my time. I won't waste your time. I've already put everything out there, and there's a picture of every room in there describing what it is. I put all the information in about what I've done with the house. So you guys do your homework first and then talk to me if you're still interested.
Well, I had no idea that it was on Craigslist.
Okay,
first of all,
that's cool.
So now I know, right? And I will do that. But really quickly, how much do you want for it?
Are you a wholesaler?
Absolutely not. Why would anybody do wholesaling?
Okay, I'm just asking questions.
Well, no, but it's an insulting question because wholesalers, that's a never-ending game. I'm not a wholesaler.
Yeah, no, it was meant to be insulting. If you were a wholesaler, you would probably say, "No, I'm an investor," which is a lie. So I mean, my game here is just like I don't like to play games. I'm up.
Listen, Paul. In my response, should tell you that I would get insulted. So you, by that, you know that I'm not playing games, right? Because if you call me a wholesaler, it's an insult. So I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yeah, the price is $175.
175. Okay. 175. Okay, 175. It's in 32208. I've done a ton of homes. And I used to flip a lot. I will tell you that. I don't flip anymore. I'm into the buy and hold game now. Okay.
Okay, this is a good one to buy and hold. I'll tell you that.
Okay. So with that in mind, it's a duplex. This is the thing. How much do you think I can rent each unit for?
Go read my ad. Everything is in there.
Okay. Well, I got you on the phone now. I'm a serious buyer. I'm not a wholesaler.
I hear you. And I'm an extremely anal seller. I put everything.
That's good. No, that's good. I like that. Because you weed out people who don't have the patience for it. I like that.
Well, and I know what I got. Here, classifying. I know what I got. I can hold on to it. I just keep it out there because, and actually, honestly, right now is not the time to sell a home. So I have another house, had tenants in it. It was up on the market. They decided to re-rent with me. I gladly rent it for another year because this market is going to slingshot in 12 to 24 months. That's it. Bottom line.
Mm-hmm. How do you know that?
I know that.
No, it's a good conversation.
Where are you from? Central Florida?
Well, I used to be at NAS Jax. I first came into Jacksonville because I was in the Navy. So I worked at NAS Jax, but then Jacksonville started getting really crowded. So I moved just south to Palm Coast.
Okay. Well, I live here. I see it every day. I live in the hood. I live in 32208. I also lived at the 21 years. So, and now after investing and being a realtor in the market for over 20 years, I've watched those things. I figured out 8 years ago when I moved into this neighborhood that I needed to start buying property. I wasn't wrong on that. Now, I did get my ass kicked back in 2010 with the recession. But I learned things then now that I apply now. So what I did is I bought places that had good location. They were a disaster, but we had the ability to put things back. This one here, we probably did 65 to 70% of what needs to be done in the house. If I went back in there, probably depending on how you do things, I have guys that come in and they go, I'm going to have my contractor look, and then they come back and go, oh, it's $150,000 to put it together. I see you. Your overhead's way too high. You're paying too much to people.
Yeah.
So I got numbers in my head. I know where I need to be on that. I can wait for them. So if you guys want to do a deal, I'm here to do a deal. It'll be straight up. I also too, I have instructions in there about we use a far bar contract. When we contract, you need to do all your due diligence up front. I need to see earnest money deposit at the time of signing. If I don't have security deposit, I'm not signing a contract, okay? Because I've had too many people with myself and with my customers, they come in and they make all these promises, they make a full price offer, and then the EMD never hits the title company.
Yeah.
So I've learned
that's all the wholesalers out there.
I don't make that mistake again. And you can tell me like 100 other people that have called me about how you do things. At this point, you and I, what we need to do is we need to walk the talk. So if we can get to that point, I'm here to do a deal, man. You'll get yourself a good property.
Yeah. I see you know how to find really good deals. I can get that sense from you talking on the phone, also looking at your property. How do you, how many of these can you find?
You know what? The magic died. I'll tell you. The market changed. I came here at a time where I saw, because I was living here, and I saw something, and I capitalized on it. Nobody was competing with me at that time. The problem you have right now is that every Tom, Dick, and Harry who goes to some webinar thinks that they can buy money. They can buy stuff for 0% down. They can do it with 0% interest because somebody told them they could do that.
Yeah.
And so it's flooded with. I just got while we were here. I just had another call that came in. It says Pam like. So they're either calling me about Medicare benefits that I don't need, or they're calling me to buy a property. That's it. That's what I get called on all day long.
All day long.
I get stuff in my mailbox for all my stuff.
And it's probably people who don't even live in the area. That's probably most of the calls you get.
It's the majority of people, and I have people too that make promises. Yeah, I'm going to come see it this week, and then they never call and they never show up. And you know what? I'm okay with it. I'd rather they did that than didn't waste my time, because I go do things. I can continue to live my life. I live in paradise, so I vacation 15 minutes at a time. It's a great place to live. And
you have these one-liners that are just fantastic. I love it. 15 minutes at a time of vacation. That's awesome.
Well, that's what I do here. It's just the truth.
Yeah.
But the thing is that Jacksonville is a destination for all the blue cities. So people from Jersey, Massachusetts, New York, they're coming here. If you do some research, you can read about the number of driver's licenses that are changing from New York to Florida. Or we're getting some from California, but mostly we're getting Midwest and Northeast.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
it's just a matter of time. And when I drive around here, every place build, they get a large plot of ground where they can build high density housing, they're doing it. Because they know that people are going to arrive. Now, Central Florida is different. Though west of where you are, Disney just pulled the plug on that big development they were going to do. They built down there. I understand that they built a whole lot of industrial and business type structures because they were expecting all these people to come in because Disney was going to transfer about 2,000 people here. But that stuff hasn't panned out. So it seems like maybe they're, from what I'm reading, maybe they're overbuilt. Once again, that's not my market, so I don't reach into that very much. Here, I'm all over it.
Yeah, for sure. No, I know a lot of the stuff that's going on in Jacksonville. I mean, the Navy has big plans for Jacksonville. I can tell you that because I know that firsthand. So I've been expecting that for a while, and it's happening. So Jacksonville is going to be, as you know, the number one port in between, Miami and the upper Northeast. Because
Savannah is the other place, but they just brought. I guess the biggest container ship they've ever brought in. They just brought that in a week or so, 10 days ago.
Yeah.
They've been trying to dredge the river to get the super tankers that are going through the Panama Canal.
That's right.
I don't know what happened, but as time goes on, this place is going to continue to pop.
Yeah. Very, very true. Very true. The Navy has big plans for the area too, bringing in all kinds of different ships and stuff. So no, it's a good place. Listen, you have a lot of knowledge in Jacksonville. I like to keep doing deals in Jacksonville. If we can't do this deal, I'll look up the ad and everything else. But I want you to do one thing: save my number, okay? Because I think that with your mindset and your no nonsense type approach, I like that. I like to see if we can find a way to work together, even if we don't do this deal here.
The ball's in your court. You need to reach out to me. If I did this for everybody that called me and liked what I know, I wouldn't be able to keep track. I'm busy doing other things right now.
What do you do? What do you do? Do you do things aside from real estate, or you're talking about real estate specifically?
I just have. I'm managing the portfolio I have. I'm not putting anything more into it.
Gotcha.
I'm taking stuff out at the point where I take stuff out and generate some cash. There may be something I do, but it'll probably, depending on how that pans out, I'll reinvest in what I've got. The place I just re-rented is a place out in Ponte Vedra that I have good tenants in there. They want to rent again. I have that up for sale, and I get tire kickers on that one as I get on this one.
Yeah.
You know what? So I'll wait. That's okay. The market is going to come to us. Right now, inventories in Jacksonville are running about 5,400 homes in inventory on a daily basis.
Yeah.
The norm for here should be 8,000 to 9,000 if we've got a balanced market. So what's happening is that the sellers are not putting the people who can trade up, trade sideways, they can trade somewhere, are not putting their houses on the market because they don't want to lose their 3 to 4% interest rates. They don't want to have to refinance again at 6 to 7%.
That's right. What's the sense in that?
This market, your market, everybody's market's going to stay flat until the interest rates come up. And then even there's other markets. Florida's gangbusters right now. Like I said, blue states, blue cities, they're losing things because of the way they're running things. And that's going to continue until they change the way they're doing things. They need to have police. They need to stop letting. They need to let people into this country, but they need to do it appropriately, okay?
Oh, don't get me started on that, man. That's one of the things that gets under my skin.
Yeah. Well, I'm all for being fair. My great grandfather came here as an immigrant, so I believe in that too. But I don't believe that you should just walk across the border and then be given a cell phone and health care and a college education. That's not right.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that either. I mean, I was just talking to my wife this morning about that because, you know, been hearing about everybody doing that. So, you know, I told my wife I got to go work because, you know, I can probably talk about this all day. So,
Right.
so no, we're on the same page there, Paul. I appreciate the honesty.
I'm okay if you need to come in, you know, as soon as possible. Let me know if you need to lowball this thing, because then we can stop working on it.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, I've had plenty of $100,000 offers, low stuff. I don't need more of it. If that's what you want to do, get it out there quickly and we can be done.
You got it. You got it. Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'll check out some things. And like I said, I'm going to save your phone number. You're a great resource. I'm all about networking as well. So that is what's valuable to me.
To do that. That's these days when people say, "What do you do?" I say, "I'm a deal maker." I'm doing things in a lot of different areas. I'm involved with the Republican Party a little bit. I'm involved with the film community. I'm involved with real estate. So I do that in places where I go. I'm at a point where I have those options. I don't have to punch a clock.
Yeah.
I can manage my own business, and then I live frugally, and I have a high quality of life. So,
that's awesome. That's great.
But what you're going to look up is the tagline on this ad is duplex on fence double lot.
Okay. Fence.
And I have your potential for what you can make per month. And you can argue with me on that kind of stuff if you think I'm off on what I've put out there. Mm-hmm. Nothing is infallible.
Sure. Yeah, you got it.
You know, and we can argue all day long about ARV on the property too. I have people that tell me, ARV on this is 200,000. It's like, okay, that's your opinion.
Yeah, I don't even care about ARV because to me, like I was telling you before, I'm after the monthly cash flow. That's what I want. I want to put a deal together where I can make money.
See, if you look at the market in Jacksonville, you will find very few duplexes that are available. Mm-hmm. So, and this area of Panama Park is an area that it's coming about. It's a blended area. It started back before the turn of the 20th century. It was a place where there was a sawmill, mm-hmm. and they had railroads that ran. Jacksonville was a whole lot more disconnected back then. So you had these places. So the architecture there, you'll have some big palatial homes, and then you'll have cottages. And it runs the gamut as far as time frame goes. And what's happened lately is in that area too, every place where they found a lot is they built homes. So in 63rd, which crosses the railroad tracks and comes into Panama Park, they built all kinds of homes on that. On the other side of 56, they built a bunch of these 1,000 square foot homes, 3 twos with a garage, 1-car garage on them. Mm. So, and what they're doing is they're turning around those little things. They're renting them for about $1,500 a month.
Oh wow. Okay.
So rent rates here for a tenant they suck, but for a landlord they're great.
Yeah, for sure.
And you will rent your stuff so fast it'll make your head spin, and you'll be buried with people that want to rent your stuff. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of bottom end to that too. So you got to kind of cull through it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I appreciate it, Paul. Thank you. Right. It's been great talking to you. Right. I appreciate the connection. I'll let you know. I'll look up the ad. I'll call you back. I'll let you know. I won't waste your time, because I'm experienced. So I don't need you. I don't need you to come show me the property, until we're ready. Like you're saying, if I don't like it, I'll tell you up front.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Paul. Have a good day. Okay.
Thanks. You too.
Mm-hmm. Bye-bye. So that's a problem for a lot of people, is when they get sellers like that are like jerks or whatever. They freak out because they're like, okay, well, I don't know what to say because I need a script or whatever. So that was a very unscripted phone call. So he started very rough, and at the end, you heard him. He was all talking to me about, personal stuff he does or whatever. How do you do that? You just kind of draw it out of people. I understood his situation, which is what I was talking about before the phone call. I need to know why somebody's selling. and what the situation is. I know why he's selling, and I know the situation. And I can't take him, this guy, I can't take him from his current situation to his desired situation. I can't. So that's the determination you have to make with everybody. So now I'll mark him as somebody who is a great connection, but not a motivated seller. That is the point. So I will make my notes here. Paul, very aggressive. Why can't he send me a link? You know, stuff like that. Aggressive guy, broker and investor for 20 years. May be a buyer, but he has a great network in Jacksonville that we may be able to benefit from. Okay. And so we mark him and we go on to the next one here. So we're going to put him in networking with investors, experienced. Here we go. Okay, so that one is done. It kind of looked like a good opportunity, but it just wasn't. Okay. So let's go into the next one here. Okay, so now let's see if we can talk to somebody who's doesn't enjoy insulting people as much as this guy. Okay, so I apologize. I got my camera up here and then I have my computer over here. So it looks like I'm looking down. Apologies about that. Okay, so let's see this deal here. Potential deal, I guess. Kissimmee, okay. All right. Let's kind of see the notes. Occupied. She has also other properties that she wants to sell. Okay, let's see. Hello?
Can I help you?
Yes, Miss Kish, how are you? This is Ben.
Ben?
Good, good. Well, good to hear. I was calling you back to see if we could chat about your property there on Zocalo Way.
Okay, we've never spoken, ever.
Well,
What do you think?
my colleague said that I'd be calling. His name is Gil. I think you spoke to him yesterday or the day before.
No, I did not speak to him. It would be live.
Oh, you didn't? Okay. Well,
No, never spoke to any of you. And
Okay.
I don't appreciate you guys calling and lying to me just to try and see if I'm going to sell a property or what my plans are. None of your business, and I'll never work with you, with all due respect. So please take this number off of your calling list, okay?
Okay, okay, ma'am. You have a good day. It looks like today is a day for angry people. Okay. Let me tell my guy that she said they never spoke. Let's see what he says. She said you never spoke with got very angry. She said to not call. Okay, so we will revisit this one. With a different approach, it does not deter us to get those kinds of reactions. So we will do one, your nurture. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's move on to the next one. There we go. Earl. Okay, so let's make sure. I'm gonna find it on Zillow here. His estimate is 191. Sounds very old. Mr. Errol passed away. She has to talk to her son, who manages the property. Okay. Quisenberry. Okay, let's see here. Call disconnected. Middle of ringing. Okay. All right, so let's move this one to a different stage here. No contact made. Okay. Okay, Billy. Let's talk to Billy. Call back anytime. Mom passed away a year and a half ago. There's no one occupying it, so they decided to sell it. Okay. Well, that's good. That's real good. Let's see here. I think I need to be persistent on this one here. It's not pulling up. Okay. minor repair, good condition, big garage, approximately 1,300 square feet. Well, 1,100 says on Zillow. Let's see where this is at. Okay. Close to Orlando. Okay, so it is close to me. Yeah, it is close to me. Let's see how we can do here. Negotiable 250 is what they want. 250? Really? Okay. Zillow says 319, 317, and they want 250. Okay.
Billy.
Hey, Billy, how are you? This is Ben.
Good, who's this again?
Yeah, Ben. Ben was calling you back about your property there on Hester Avenue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to see if we could move forward, see if I would be able to purchase it from you.
Well, what's your offer?
Well, last time you spoke to my associate and you said that you wanted 250 for it.
Yeah.
Okay, 250. Yeah, that's not a problem with me. We could do 250. Is there what time would be good, or what day would be good for me to see it? I'm in Palm Coast. So you're about I think you're about 45 minutes, maybe close to an hour away from me. So I'd have to like schedule and make sure that I do meet you, because it will take a little bit of time. So when is good for you typically?
Well, I can if we can agree on a time, I can usually do it either. Well, it'd probably be better for you if you're driving from Palm Coast to do it in the afternoon.
In the afternoon, yeah.
You know, rather than doing it first thing in the morning, then you'd have to get up at the sunrise to get here.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Are you with a company or?
Oh no, just an individual. Recently got out of the military. Yeah, so just looking for a property for me and my family. Yeah. So do you are we trying to come up with a time outside of your work hours?
Well, at like the end of the day, I can meet you like at 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Okay, that sounds good.
If that would be all right.
Yep, 3:30, 4 o'clock. Okay, what any day of the week, or when are you thinking?
I've got I want to call and make sure I've got a cousin that's living there right now.
Oh, you have some tenants in there?
Well, it's one person, it's a cousin that's living there. Her husband recently retired out of the Army, but he's traveling around Florida in a camper. So she's still working. So I'm just going to make sure that she's okay with
Gotcha.
whatever day we agree on.
Yeah.
What is a good day?
Well, I
for
was
you?
I was thinking maybe this weekend. What do you think about that? Like maybe Saturday?
Okay. Yeah. Let's see, I just got back from a deployment to Texas. I'm trying to figure out what day it is and where I'm at. This weekend. Yeah, this weekend should be all right.
Okay.
Saturday, you want to shoot for Saturday?
Yeah, try it for Saturday. Let's say at 3:30. 3:30 is good for me.
And we could do it anytime on Saturday.
Oh, anytime on Saturday. Okay.
Drive over, maybe mid-morning or something like that.
Yeah. If we could do, before it gets too hot. Yeah. We could do it. What do you think about, let's say, like 10 a.m. or something on Saturday? Maybe 11, something like that.
10:30, 11, it's good.
Yeah, 10:30. Okay. 10:30 Saturday. Okay. Okay, I'll put it down.
Your name's Ben?
Yeah, Ben, Ben, last name is Marks, Marks.
All right. Yeah, we can have you take a look at it. And I still, there's some stuff that, I mean, we'll probably, I don't know what kind of time frame you're looking at, but it's the, and I can send you a copy of an inspection we have done on it.
Oh yeah, perfect. That'd be perfect.
House part. And there's a big barn / garage attached to it that my dad had collected. He was retired as a fireman, but he was a builder on the side, so he has stuff stored in there that either needs to be cleaned out or either cleaned out or left there. I mean, because there's some stuff that could be used, but we don't necessarily have a use for it. But
okay. Yeah, that'll work.
Is there an email or something I can email this inspection and maybe some photos to you? Or
yeah, for sure. Do you text at this phone number, or do you? Yeah. Because I can text you my email.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I will go ahead and do that right after this call. I would appreciate the photos and the inspection and anything else you can send. That'd be great. Okay.
Very good.
Okay. Well, we will see you Saturday at 10:30 a.m.
All right. Yeah, and I'll call my cousin, and if there's something going on, I'm not aware of anything yet, but I'll let you know if there's a conflict or if we need to adjust. Yeah, that'll work. And you can feel free to call me or text me if there's a conflict or anything like that. Okay, very good. You got it. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate it. You have a good day. You too. Bye. Thanks. Bye-bye. Boom shakalaka. He wants 250. I mean, I can see from here that, listen, I'll give him what he wants. This is not a bad deal. Let's see, let me just go and see real quick. The MLS and see. So we're getting like a 35% discount already on this here. It can be up to 406. It can be up to 406. Okay. Let me see. Where is it? 317. Yeah. It's got a lot of land. Wow. This is cool. Okay. A ton of land for 250 in Central Florida. This is
This is cool. Let me see. We can subdivide this thing here. I'm gonna go see. I'm gonna look at my little the county to see if I can get a a wetland report real quick. So this looks very good, very good. So we got a deal today pretty much, I think, especially if we can subdivide the rest of it. Let's see here. Overlays, wetlands. Let me see, it looks. Let me do property lines here. Okay. 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 So some of the property does have a wetland report on here. Still, I think it's a good opportunity. Okay. Okay, sweet, 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 sweet. So I'm going to property on Zillow says 317K. He wants 250K. But he's negotiable, but he is negotiable. He has a cousin living there and husband recently retired. So time to see Saturday at 10. Just want to get in the kitchen table. You know, that's where a lot of things happen. Okay, so let me see here. New appointment. It's gonna be Saturday at 10:30. Okay. Sam. Okay, perfect. All right, so okay, perfect. And now we move it into appointments. Let's see, appointments. Okay. Okay, perfect. There we go. We got an appointment. It looks like an okay deal. It's not a spectacular deal, but we are getting it at a discount at that price. You kind of see the other properties here. See the property right next to him, $661,000. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a good opportunity here. Okay. Well, that is, we're going to leave it on a high note. So we had like, I don't know, 5 calls. A lot of people very angry today, but we were able to get this potential one and stuff. And I'm going to try to see if I can schedule more videos out at the properties. Maybe I can start shooting videos there so you guys can kind of see the properties I go look at. So, but for now, if you're interested in some of these deals, partnering, let me know. Otherwise, thank you for being here. See you on the next video right after this one. Thanks. Bye-bye.